Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I was looking around Twitter, and C3 Nick had like at least 3 or 4 great tweets. If you follow C3 Nick, go, or whether you do or don't, go to his Twitter feed at C3_Nick. He's got, I mean, he's on fire today. He posted several things, so I decided to grab a couple because they were of interest to me. Many of you watched my video from this morning where I was talking about the over-the-counter exchanges. Well, C3 Nick tweeted here about Genesis, which is one of them. I believe I talked about Genesis this morning. But he posted this on his Twitter, and I was reading this. Genesis Global Trading, one of the largest over-the-counter cryptocurrency dealers, said it has loaned digital assets valued at more than $500 million to institutional borrowers, including hedge funds and other financial firms. Now, those of us that have been talking about institutional investors during 2018 and how they were all coming in, we've been reading the articles. That includes institutional, all the big whales and the big fish are coming in. Well, as we all have theorized, there's been a lot of manipulation in the market, and the market almost feels, well, it really feels like every time it starts to head upward that something's holding it back. Well, this right here, I read this and then I scrolled down into his comments. Now this guy right here, Santiago Velez, now I hope I'm saying your name right. This guy is one of my followers and one of my subscribers on YouTube, and I've actually commented back and forth with him, and I know that he's a very intelligent guy. And so I read what he said. He said the way I read this is that they took the crypto loans and used them to manipulate the market prices down to support later stage entry by institutional investors. Am I interpreting that wrong? And so I decided to go and look for myself to see if he was right, because I know the guy's a smart guy. And I went down, where was it? Right here. The New York-based firm began lending digital currencies in March and has $130 million in active loans denominated in Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, and other coins. It said Thursday in a statement, borrowers have used the assets to short digital currencies, hedge investments of fund business operations, Genesis said. And I read this the same way that Santiago did. This is market manipulation at its finest. Is that you've got people that are it has felt all year like someone's trying to hold the water back, like the dam's holding that water back. You've got good news left and right. You've got world-changing things coming out by Ripple almost daily, it seems like, and not just Ripple, but digital assets in general. The news, it's very obvious that it's here to stay. People have said it's here to stay. Major people have said it's here to stay. You've got billions and billions. You've got infrastructure being built. Nobody denies it. Everything is good that's happening. But this right here that you're looking at is the type of thing that's being done behind the scenes to hold this market back. But you know what the good news is? It's just like what they say about lies. Lies do not stand the test of time. Whether that is the subprime mortgages from the financial crisis, it all eventually collapses. All of the banks and the mortgage companies and the financial companies that tried to sell that as a good thing and a smart thing, they all knew that it was going to eventually collapse. And unfortunately, they were all bailed out instead of letting them all fail, which they should have been done to do, which I've said before. But the bottom line is, doesn't matter what it is, lies do not stand the test of time. and it is a lie to try to hold the market back. I don't know what they're trying to do. And I'm not saying Genesis is in any way involved in something like this, like trying to do anything, but that right there, I'll give you another example before we go, because I want to really let this sink in, the types of things. This is something that this came to mind when I was covering this. And if you don't remember, this was a little piece of news that came out from Goldman Sachs back on August the 3rd. Now, this right in the middle of all this, we had the same good news, constant, infrastructure being built, institutional investors are coming in. And we even had rumors of Goldman Sachs opening a trading desk. They brought in a new CEO that was pro-crypto. All of the good things were happening. And this, Goldman Sachs Bitcoin is never coming back, comes out of completely nowhere. I mean, it's like a meteor that came out of nowhere and hit the ground. Well, let's look at another C3 quote. And remember, that's August 3rd. But let's look at today. Crypto is, and in a funny way, he puts crypto is dead up at the top. Goldman Sachs and a venture founded by one of its former partners, M. Novogratz, are investing in cryptocurrency custodian BitGo Holdings, Inc. As the bank's deep-pocketed clients keep asking about secure ways to hold those assets. Goldman wades deeper into crypto, betting on BitGo with billionaire Mike Novogratz. I know that many of you out there are like me, and you don't live in a world of lies. You don't. That is not what your existence is about. Your existence is about waking up and working your butt off to try to figure out how today am I going to feed my family and take care of my family and do the best that I can for my family. And if I'm able to make enough money and do well enough for my family, maybe I can set enough money aside so that my kids can go to college, and so that we can do things and one day live a life that maybe I haven't been able to live and my kids will be able to. That's how most of you live your life. You live like I do. You don't live in this world of manipulation and of lies and of trying to lead people down this path while you go down this path and being deceptive to pad your own pocket. But unfortunately, this is the world we live in, and this is how some of these people, and the saddest part about it is that these people actually become rich from it. But guess what? The digital asset investor is here to call them out. For once, I want to make myself rich and you rich. Screw these guys. I want to show you one last thing. Goldman Sachs crypto custody offering. This is the article I showed you this morning. Goldman Sachs crypto custody offering will utilize back trading platform. Okay, they're gearing up for their custody solution. They've been gearing up. They've been gearing up while they were saying this. They knew they were gearing up. These are all just BS lies. It makes me angry to even show you this stuff, to think that this is the way that they view all of us. But like I said, screw them. I'll see you in Liechtenstein. My name's the Digital Asset Investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Subscribe, hit the like button. Tell your friends and family that the Digital Asset Investor is here to stay. Thanks for watching.